Have you completed all questions what I gave you? Open that please.
Sir,
Yes.
I don't understand question number 7.
Question number 7. In the textbook, I get how many questions?
6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
Question number first second.
Yeah. Page number. This question.
So 4.3. Yes, sir.
This question. So I'm telling this question. Okay. NCERT exercise. Check now. NCERT exercise 4.3. The question number. What I gave you as an assignment. Question number 6, 7, 8. These are the word problem. Clear? And word problem we have been studying the linear equation in two variables. In the beginning of chapter, I explained linear equation in two variable. Why this is called linear? Because the graphical representation of this type polynomial is looking like a straight line. So thing looks like a line is said to be linear. This is called linear. Yeah. And what is the degree of the polynomial?
1.
The degree of the polynomial is 1. So the polynomial with the degree 1 is said to be linear polynomial. Okay. This thing we explain. Second, two variables. Why this is called two variables? As this is called two variables, right? So ax by plus c is equal to 0. The expression is written by using the two variables x and y. The two variable we have used here. So it is called the equation in two variable. Okay. And like an example, I am writing you 2x plus y plus 3 is equal to 0. Is that clear? And also we had studied about the coefficients of different terms here, right? The coefficient of x is 2, the coefficient of y is 1, and the constant term is c. Is that clear? The standard equation this is called a b c. A, b are the coefficient of x, y. C is the constant term. Is that clear? And here you will see this. Is that clear, guys? Well understood what I explained here. So 3 to 4 types of topic things and means the doing what we had done regarding the linear equations we have learnt in that. First, finding solutions, bringing the equation in a standard form right now, and making the equations also. Equation making means what here? The making of equation means we'll make the equation as the linear equation. Some word problems we had studied in the chapter right now, and after solving after making the equation we had also learned drawing the graph of the linear equation. Okay. And for drawing the graph of linear equation, one thing is very important that is done by us. What is that? Please tell me. The equation first is to be brought in the slope form right now, and we find at least 3 solutions. The another topic, 3 solutions also we have learned in the chapter. Solution means what? Solution means those sets of x and y, those set of value of x and y on means which are when put in the equation to the left hand side, then right hand side can be achieved. Right now it means left hand side here will put x and y, the value of x and y, and after solving this you will obtain the value 0. We can speak here the solution, this is called solution. We can speak here this coordinate is satisfying the equation. So we can use the word the value of x and y which satisfy the linear equation. Value of x and y which satisfy the linear equation is called its solution. So two typical questions we have studied. One, to find out the different solution. Second, to draw the graph of the linear equation. Drawing the graph, is to bring the different solution. How many solutions we brought? Three solutions we brought. Is that clear right now? So again I'm telling you, you may see the word problem of NCERT exercise while you are studying. Right now you just have to keep open the study materials or the textbook. Right now when I will speak here, see the question number 3. It's not for you, this is for, is that clear? So you have to keep open the textbook. Okay, see the exercise 4.3, the question number 6. This is the word problem and you may see on the screen right now. If the work done, please see that question number 6. If the work done by a body on application of constant force is directly proportional to, is that clear? However, the work done problem you had not studied. Work done problem you will study in the chapter number 9 or the chapter number 11 in physics section. Clear? However, the two quantities are here. You will see that if the work done by a body on application of constant force, work done by a body on application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body. It's very simple here. You may say that what solution we are making. The solution number 6, we are solving exercise 4.3. Is that clear? The force is proportional to, proportional to, what is that here? And a constant force is proportional to. Is that clear? The distance traveled by the body, means work done is directly proportional to, means work done, what is saying, if the work done by a body on application of constant force, the three quantities talking about, one is the work done is a one quantity, the second is the force, this is constant. You will see here, if we'll bring this is the constant term here right now, and if this equation will bring in the slope form. What is slope form? The left side of the equal you have to retain the value of y only, and to the right side you will bring the values rather than y, means accepting all values to be brought here. So y let it remain here as it is, and 2x and 3 are to be transferred to the right. So what is that? Twice x here and minus 3 right now. Now this is called the slope form. You may see here, and what the slope is actually the coefficient of x, side x, the value. This is actually the measure of slope. You will study in the further classes here. If the slope is, it means what leadingness, we can speak. Just like there is a graph here, and how much line is bending with respect to x-axis. This bendingness is called the slope. Is that clear? And this is a great importance in studying graph of any graph of any quantities, graph of any entities. Is that clear? This has the great importance in studying the graph. Not only in your course also, you will also see in the newsroom on the television different types of variation, different types of business variations, different types down, different types fall are represented here. So with the help of graphical representation, just tell you right now. So slope, studying slope is we can say it's a characteristic and a property of graph here. Okay, so not only for the 9th class, it is the property of graphical representations. Okay, so ever you just have to know this. Okay, slope. So this is the slope form, and the value quantity, a side x, is said to be a slope, and this is called constant term right now. So you just may see what the questionnaire is saying. If the work done by a body on applying application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body, right now, proportional to means what? Just we can see here y is equal to this. Proportional to sign is what here? So two quantities are known here, right now. So let the work done, how to work done is represented here. Work done is what here? Y. We also can represent W as, right now I'm telling here answer of work here. W is proportional to displacement. Is this saying here now? Work done or body application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance. This is W and this is X. W proportional to X. Is that clear? W proportional to X. We can just understand here. Is that clear now? Now further, W is equal to here Kx. This is a proportional sign. Proportional sign, it means that obviously suppose that it's proportional means from its beginning. So there are certain quantities are there. Proportional equal not here means 3 unit is the distance, 3 unit work will not be. Work can be 6. So 3 is this, how the 6 will come here? So there is to be multiplied by 2. So this 2 is said to be a quantity, constant it is called. It can be anything else. This is represented as a K. K is we need to represent the quantity by some symbol. So we have taken here K. K is not specified here. But it's a protocol is to be followed while studying the concept in science. K, constant. Proportionality constant. K for constant. C can also be there right now. So don't just go over the K appearance right now. It could be a T can also. I can take your name is Ananya. Your name is Anamika. Your name is yes. I just can take the symbol for that. Is that clear? So it's up to the means solver who is just solving this. Okay. So we cannot make our own protocol in science. Already they are at design. So we not have the authority to change them right now. And if you go by this, there no problem is there. But you, why don't you do this, please? Is that clear? Okay, y w is equal to kx. So similarly, we are supposing w as y and k something else. The constant is what here? What is it saying here? Force. So it's saying F is the force. Please read the question. If the work done by a body on application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body, you will see this. So force is there. Here we can write W. The force is there. It's a W and displacement, force, and so we can suppose as Y. This will be as a Kx. This also be represented here, and this is also be represented here. But the student of 9th standard become very confused here. Sir, W is equal to Fx you have written here this. X you have written, I understood. But why you have not taken Y? Because when we study mathematics, generally x, y must come here. Right now, without x, y, mathematics cannot be complete. Right? Is that clear? So ABC also can be taken here. So it's not necessary to take the W and the force. Clear? If the work done by a body or constant force directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body, express this in the form of linear equation in two variables. So you will suppose let the work done, what we are taking this as? Let the work done W we are representing. Is that clear? And the displacement we are supposing, is it saying to represent any particular symbol? No. Okay, is x here. Okay, therefore according to question what the case is, W directly proportional to x, directly proportional to x. So on removing proportional sign there are certain quantity. So what quantity is to be taken as f? It is the formula actually in science. You will study in the 11th chapter. While you will study 11th chapter, easily you will understand this. Okay. So this is the linear expression. Is this linear expression? Obviously this is linear expression. Right now. So what is it saying? This can be represented W into fx is equal to 0. But a student of 9th standard will feel a troublesome situation here that W minus fx is a linear equation. No, he just have to show here on the board ax plus by. Yes, this is the linear. But W minus fx, is this linear expression? Why cannot be linear equation? W is the one variable and displacement is the other variable. The expression in two variables written in the single digit is said to be linear. Why cannot be it's a linear polynomial? It can be there. Always why x, y are used in mathematics? Because sir, we don't have studied the phenomena. So how can we define any variable there? So generally x, y are spoken like that. So a student think that practical life is different and the mathematics is x, y. Is that clear? So W minus fx is equal to 0. This is the linear equation. What is saying the next variable and draw the graph for the same by taking a constant force. Constant forces, since constant forces what here? F is equal to, this is called constant 5 unit.
Yes.
It's a 5 unit. Is that clear? So in place of K, what will write on here? Here we can take W is equal to 5x. Is this linear equation? Yes. What is the form of the linear equation? Slope form. Right now, slope form is there. W is equal to. So we need to draw the curve. So how many sets of solutions we found? three sets of solution. So here not need to write an if x is equal to 0, x is, no, directly you will tell me, okay? But it's not that the solving is the solution means you can write down the solution, okay? But it's not necessary to give the solution. Actually, when the equation is complex, the solution steps are written here for your means accurate finding of the solution, okay? It's not the marks wording concept, clear? So it's w, no, sorry, it's a x displacement, that is a w. If we'll take here 0 displacement, so what will be work done? No work done. If we'll take here 1 meter displacement, so work done will be 5. If we'll take here 2 unit work done, so sorry, 2 unit displacement, work done will be 10. What nonsense, you are speaking 3, so I need to write down the solution. X is equal to 0 if in place that y is equal to w, oh sorry, w is equal to 5 into 0, 500, so 0 I got for w. Again, if
Sir,
x
I
is equal to
understand.
1, w is equal to 5 into 1 is equal to 5 also. Actually, this is the morning time right now, but the mind actually now just want to study the concept of right now. Cool air is blowing right now. The temperature is very down here. I just want to sleep, sir, right now. So x is what here then 2. So what is that? W is equal to 5 into 2 there also. It's a 10. Right now, what is called the cool air? The cool air is called what? That the air comes from the seaside toward the land side, terrestrial side. The air which blow from the water side to land side. What is called that?
Land, I'm missing that word.
This is called breeze, right?
Land breeze.
0, 1, 2, 0, 5, 10. Is that clear? So this is the part of solution. So three sets of solution found here. Well, now we need to draw the graph. Okay, please draw the graph and represent them on the graph paper. I'm drawing here one, two,
Sir, this
three,
all will
four,
be
five,
represented
six.
in first
1,
quadrant
2,
only.
3, 4, 5. Oh, so you need to draw the all quadrant also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at 0, this is 0. Okay, at 1 it is giving 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the second quadrant. At 2 it is giving 10. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here is something is right. And joining these two all equations, we draw here a straight line. A straight line we had obtained here. Exactly, however, straight is not coming, but I made a straight line right now. So what is that? It's the equation for w minus 5x is equal to 0. Right? This is the task. In the last task, in three things you have done. First, you have to convert the word problem in the symbolic form. Second, you have found out the solutions, and third, you have drawn the graphs. The three things are done here. So most of the time, the question comes in examination as the 3 marks. This is that clear?
Yes.
Please have a look at the question number next. What the next question say?
Yeah, we need Fatima to
What the next question saying? Please read the question number 7. And if you want to note, please note down this. And I think I will not wait for you. If you want to note down, pause the video and note it. See the question number 7. Yamini and Fatima, two students of class 9th of school, together contributed rupees 10. Yeah, Yamini and Fatima, two students of class 9th of school, together contributed. They together contributed. Do you know how much they contributed? The contributions by each? No, we don't know. Yeah, what is that? Yamini and Fatima, right? Two student, 9th student together contributed rupees x. If I would say you are studying the linear equation in two variables, and the two student, Fatima and Yamini, they are contributing the some amount of rupees. If you don't know the amount contributed by them, then what you will suppose them?
X and Y.
Obviously x and y. What is the then what is the objective of the learning there? If you will not speak x and y, right? So yeah, Yamini and Fatima, two students. So Yamini contributed X and Fatima contributed Y. So here the hint is given. So easy question this is by NCERT. Hint also given. You may take their contribution X and Y. Already the hint is given here. So what you will write the line here, please tell me. Go on writing this. Question number 7. Let Yamini contributed. Let Yamini contributed rupees X and
Rupees Y.
Fatima contributed rupees Y. Is that clear? And what the case is here? Please tell me. Cases they together contributed. They together contributed. How much? Rupees 100. Dot dot dot. This information is to be converted in the symbolic form. So the together contributed means X plus Y is equal to 100. Is it linear equation? Yeah. To bring it in the standard form, X plus Y minus 100. But the standard form is not fully used here, right now. While drawing the graph needs to convert them into the slow form, right? So what the second step the solution say? Oh, listen here guys. 2 unit, 0 unit is also written here. Distance traveled by, okay? So here the one part of solution is also there. We left 2 units and the 0 unit also to be calculated here, okay? So first you will calculate 2 unit. What the 2 unit here, please? Displacement. What is the work done? We have calculated it. W is equal to 10. What the second is here? Displacement is 0. So what will be the W here? 0. The two separate the questions to be done here. Separately is to be done here, okay? Right now, see the next. So x plus y minus 100 is equal to 0. This is the linear equation we brought, okay? And the same the questioner is saying here, what? Yamini Fatima together contributed toward the Prime Minister Relief Fund. Wow, Prime Minister Relief Fund. Where the money goes, nobody else know. I should not speak this on the speaker right now. Fund to the help earthquakes victims. Is that clear? Write a linear equation which satisfy the data. So data is there before you, okay? So linear equation is the graph drawing say in here, right? The graph drawing is said here.
Yes.
Yeah. So need to draw the graph. And what the step next is to be done this slope form, right now. So you will write down here since x plus y is equal to 100. So this can be written y is equal to minus plus 10. Is that clear? Right? So please again need to solve, give the solution body here. 1, 2, 4. It's the value of x is value of y. Yeah. Well, we have to put the value of, listen here guys, see they on the board please. Minus 10 plus 100. Should we take the value x as 0? If we'll take x 0, so y will come here 100. So much big value will. 100 how will you show on the graph paper? So much big, 1 unit it will make here. So you have to take here just like x is equal to 10. Right? So x you will take here 10. Then what will come y? Please tell me. It's 90. If you put here 10 minus 10 plus 100, 90. If you put here 20, then what will come here please? 80. You will come here, put here 50. So what will come here? This 50 also. Now you are thinking that, sir, 50, 20, 10, how can we represent them? We can also take here this 40. So what will come here please tell me? It will come here 60. If we put here 60, then what will come here please tell me? 40. Is that clear? We'll put here 50, then 50 will come here. Now the second thing is to how to represent the so much bigger values in the graph. Very simple it is. You need to change the your unit. What is the distance from Balaghat to Gondia? 50. I can show you on the board. It's a Gondia and it's Balaghat. I have shown so much the length on the board. Very small distance is there. Okay. So it depends on your unit taking. If this is 50 kilometer, a 50 kilometer
So here
just
you have multiplied and here you are doing minus.
multiplied is that I am putting the value of x. Thus you need actually to make the solution here. If x is equal to 40, then what is y? Y is equal to, in place of x will put 50 and plus 100. And what will be here this? Y is equal to minus minus 40 plus 100. What is that here? Minus 40 plus 100, 60. It is not multiplying or addition. I could not take the addition. The expression is this like. The expression is minus x plus 100. So in the place of x, I'll put value, right now. If I'll put here 40, so why I will multiply here? Already addition is written here. This slope form is different. It is as a multiplication, the slope form is here. In place of x, I am putting this, is getting multiplied with 5, right now. Both the expression are different here. I could not take the this in multiplying or addition. Is that clear? It is depending on the expressions. So y 60. So can you represent this on the graph? It's very simple, the meaning of the graph representing. Please take this. Graph. So you need to do the graph of this, okay? First you draw the Cartesian plane. This is Cartesian plane. It's x-axis, it's y-axis. Value of x will be taken in this and it's test. It's y and it's y. Clear? You need to define the scale here. See on the board, please. Scale. Okay? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. So we will not take 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Okay? Each division will be considered as bigger unit. Yeah? It's 1, 2, 3 will not speak 1, 2, 3. This is suppose the 1 unit values here. So you will write here scale along x-axis, 1 unit is equal to 10 you will take here. Along x-axis 1 unit is equal to 10 or 1 box is equal to, okay, 1 gap is equal to 1 box is equal to something else you can speak here, 10 unit. Or here along y-axis same, along y-axis
Also
1 box is equal to what? Same here. You will take here 1 box is equal to 10 unit also. And these are the 1 unit we have supposed here. Box y the form here box. You will see this typical box is there, okay? And this box is in the graph paper is of 1 centimeter distant. This is clear. The gap between the two lines, vertical and horizontal, right? These are 1 centimeter distant. Clear? So now look the next. So box is equal to 10 unit. So here the 10 will here, it's the 20, it's the 30, it's 40, it's 50, it's 60, 70 further. 10 and it's 20, it's 30 and it's 40, it's 50 and it's 60 furthermore, right? Minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40. Now please tell me this what? X plus y is equal to, they are this. At 40, 60 is coming here. This is 40 and the value of that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and the 60 this is coming. Okay? This is the coordinates. You may see this. It's the coordinate. Okay? At 40 this is coming 60. This is the first quadrant. Clear? For the next coordinate 60, 40. The axis we are substituting 60. It's 60. The second is coming 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. This is 40 coming. It's a 60 and it's a 40. Right now I raised your confidence to for changing the unit. Okay. At 50 for the value x 50, the y is also 50. It's 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here you will see. This is 50. Clear?
yes.
It's 50 is coming. It is. So they are all along the same straight line. Joining them, you will draw a freehand sketch with the help of a scale but not the freehand sketch you need to draw. You will obtain here a straight line with help of, right now. graphical representation of the question solving graph, linear equation in two variables. Is that clear? You will
Yes.
see on the graph. Yamini, Fatima, the word problem here yourself. One thing was new here, unit declaration. Okay, unit declaration is new. Now have a look at the question number 8. The question number 8 you just need to solve by you. Solve this.
So we have to put the formula in graph.
No. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. What's the question number 8? In countries like US and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in countries like India, it's measured in Celsius. Here is the linear equation that converts the Fahrenheit to Celsius. That's the equation before you, right? What the equation has been given here? Solution number 8. Okay. The given equation is since we'll start here from F is equal to, what is
9
that
by
here?
5
9 by 5
whole
into
C
C. This
plus
is the formula 1 plus 32. The formula for conversion the Celsius into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit into Celsius. Okay. Actually Celsius, can you tell me the general GK question it is? Why the Celsius is used in India and the Fahrenheit is used in Canada and USA?
because Celsius comes in positive.
No. Celsius is actually the bigger unit of temperature right now. So much heat when you will give, so a small unit of temperature will rise. But Fahrenheit is a small. A very small heat can change the temperature. This is called Fahrenheit. So the people living in Canada and USA can be affected by small rising of temperature. But the Indian strong people will not be affected by the large temperature right now. So they are just what we can say, solid, right? Solid people of India. So what is that? This is the general formula for that. Fahrenheit and the degree Celsius. Okay? 9 by 5. So what is it saying? This is the general formula. It's already given here. So you not need to represent the variable C or F, right? It's saying here, draw the graph of the linear equation about using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. Now it's saying here. So
Only I am saying.
the first is here, Celsius. Celsius, what you saying it is? Celsius is to
X axis.
Celsius is to x-axis, okay? Celsius to x-axis and Fahrenheit to
Y axis.
Fahrenheit is to y-axis, okay? So the expression will be what here? So y is equal to 9 by 5x plus 32. Like this. The first part of the solution is there. Clear? So what is saying here is draw the graph. So for drawing the graph, what is need to? Slope form. Slope form is already this is.
Yeah.
What is the measure of slope?
9 by 5.
9 by 5 is the measure of slope. That's right. It is. Measure of slope? No, it is a slope. 9 by 5 is the slope. This is a slope form. Now put the values of x and obtain the value of y. So what is the trick here? In what case you will obtain the value of y as a whole number? The whole number easily can be plotted on the curve. 2.34, 5.43. These values cannot be easily plotted. But 10, 5, 2, minus 3, minus 4 easily can be plotted because they are as integer, whole numbers are. Clear? So how can we obtain y as a whole number or integer? When we will put here in the place of x the multiple of 5. Why? If if I put here multiple of 5, then this 5 will be cancelled by that,
Cancel.
and a whole integer will be subtracted or added to 35. So a whole number y will come here. So I should start the value of x putting from 5 plus 5 minus 5 plus 10 minus 10, this typical right now. So first I need to put the value x is equal to minus 5. So 5 cancel. So why I have to put minus?
Because minus 5 and plus 5.
Minus will reduce actually the expression, and y value it will give it shorter, a smaller value will come here, and the smaller value will easy to represent. If 70 will come here, how will you represent this? 70 you have to go behind the board. Is that clear? Right now. So what is that? In place of x will put minus 10. Minus 5. So 5 cancel. Minus 9 plus 32. What will come? Start writing this please. Please write this. If x is equal to minus, we can also start from minus 10. We can also start from minus 10, but you will start from minus 5. So what is coming y? Therefore y is 9 by 5 into minus 5 and plus 32 also there. 5 cancel. Minus 9 plus 32, and here will what? It's coming 23. It's 23 what it is coming. Again, if x is equal to minus 10 is to be put here. So y is equal to minus 9 by 5 minus 10 plus 32. This to be cancelled. It's 2 here. 9 2s are 18, 32. Now can you subtract this? I could not solve so much difficult. This is okay. If x is equal to minus 15 is to be put here again. Minus 15. So what will here? Therefore y is equal to 9 by 5 and minus 15 plus 32 also there. 15 3s are and 5 1 is 1. 9 3s are 27 plus 32. What is coming this place? Tell me. 5 is coming. So 3 sets of solution we brought here. X 5 minus 5 minus 10. See this. The scale, they giving the scale here, okay? It's the unit is to be taken as a 5 5. 5 5 we can take here. You may say this. It's a 5, 10, 15, 20. Minus 5, minus 10, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20, minus 25. It's a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, okay, 20, 30, 40. Clear? Now see on the graph. So what are the set of solutions are here? The different sets of solutions are different values are. What the value of x, what the value of y? What is x? Please tell me. X is 5 minus 5. What y is? 23. X is minus 10. What the value of that, please? What is coming in?
14.
14 is coming. It's 14. It's minus 15.
5.
Why I have taken all values negative?
Because it will increase.
It will reduce the value of y. It will bring the reduced form in. That's what 5 is coming. You may say this. The 3 sets of solution are brought. Okay? Now represent them. minus 5 is there. You need to define the scale here, okay? However, I have represented already 5, 10 here, so not need to define, but in your graph paper, you need to define the scale, clear? Minus 5, this is minus 5, corresponding value is plus 23. So here 20 is there, but 23, so the gap between them is how much, please tell me? 10 lines are here, okay? So look here, see Ananya, this is 20 and 30, 20 and 30, it's a 20 and 30. How many lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 lines are there together, okay? And what is the value of between 20 and 30?
One.
No, it's not 20, 30. Wait a minute, please. There is gap here, 5, 10, 20. So we have to take this as a 5. This also is to be taken as 5, 10, 15, 20, because we not need here to represent them as 25. Also here is 30. Here also be taken as minus 5, minus 10, minus 15. Generally, in very rare cases, the different units are taken along x and y, but it's not. You will take the same unit along both, right now. So, what is the gap between them? The gap between them is 10 line, and what is the value of gap here between them? 5.
5.
So 10 line divided in 5. So that's each 2 line is equal to 1 unit. So how many line I will take for the 3 unit? 1 unit. 2 lines together equals to 1 unit. 1 small unit. So how many lines I have to take for the 3 unit? 2 lines, 1 unit. So 3 units, 6 line. 6 smaller line you will take here. This you will do in your graph paper. Okay. So here minus 5 I am taking here, and 23 is there. So 20 up to here will come sure.
Yeah.
And here I need to take the 6 more here. So sorry, 3 more. So 6 line here will come in. So the corresponding value will get this. Okay. This is the first point. It's minus 5 and corresponding y is 23. Minus 10. Where is minus 10? This is minus 10. Okay. And corresponding is 14. Minus 10 corresponding is 14. Where is 14? Minus 14 plus 14 plus 14. Is 10 is there?
Yeah.
And 4 is also. So 4 we'll
8.
take this 8 line here. Here I think it will come here.
Yeah.
So the corresponding value can here be this. Okay. In the graph paper you will use a scale. Minus 10, 15.
Minus 15.
Minus 15 and 5. Minus 15, 5 is there one. This is 5. Okay. And this is minus 5 and 15 is coming here. No, minus 15
Minus
and
15
5 is
and
coming.
5 is coming.
So these joining these 3 points, draw here a line. So this is coming a line here. This you may see this or not?
Yes.
A typical expressions is not coming here. This. Okay, right now. So what? The first question we have completed. We have drawn the graph of that. The second is what saying? If the temperature is 13 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature corresponding in Fahrenheit? What the second question of that here? If the temperature in degrees Celsius, so what is the degrees Celsius here? Suppose x. So it's saying that x is equal to 30.
30.
Then what is y? Can you find y?
Yes.
By solving you will find the y. What the next question is saying here? If the temperature Fahrenheit is 95, so you need to put here this question number 3. If y is equal to how much?
95.
95. So you need to find out x. Put that into the equation. What the equation is? It's a 95 is equal to 9 by 5. C is the x. I mean to x plus 32 here. Clear? And to obtain the value of x here. Similar is to be solved here. What the next fourth question is there? If the temperature is
0 degrees Celsius.
0, so in the place of x, you will put here. You will put here
0.
0.
If the temperature is 0 degrees
If the temperature, yeah,
0, if the temperature is
then what is in Celsius?
Yeah.
Means x 0 you will put, y 0 you will put. In both the cases you need to solve, okay? And the last question is there any temperature which is numerically equal? We don't know. Suppose it is K. Suppose it is K. The last question is important, I am telling this, okay? So please go on writing the last, and you have to solve these also. Please to solve. Last question, this fifth question of that I am telling you. You want to find the value, such value of temperature for degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit that is equal in both this k. We don't know what is that. Suppose it is k. Suppose it is k. Right now. So write down the fifth question, fifth solution. Let x is equal to y is equal to k. This is the value k. Okay. So in putting the equation means x and y will be equal. X and y will be equal. For what value? The equation will give you for what value they will be equal. So what the equation is there, please tell me? You
X
can
is
write
equals to
y is
sorry,
equal
y is
to
equals to
9 by
9
5
by 5
x plus 30.
32.
So x and y are equal. X and y are equal. If x and y are equal, then in place of both you have to put a certain same. So what that we have supposed k. So it's k is equal to 9 by 5 k plus 32. And by solving this expression, you will obtain the that value of k, which is for which the x and y are equal. Okay. How will you solve this, please? So this is having 5s. 5 is to be multiplied throughout. That you speak what? Generally you will just know yeah. LCM taking. This is called 5. It's 9k plus 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 160 is there, and k is also. Cross multiplication. I told you there is no any operation like a cross, but it's a G style. Right now to understand mathematics concept, it's not to be recorded here. So what is that? Transfer to that here. 4k and 160 is there. So k is equal to, it's minus 160. Minus has to be transferred right side in 4 there, okay? But as average student think that sir, minus you have transferred here and 4 you have transferred here. Why you have not transferred 4 also here? So it is the problematic situation here. I'm telling this. K dividing either side by minus 4. Actual operation is, because either side of equal symbol, equal are added, equal are subtracted, equal are divided, equal are multiplied. Transfer is not any operation in mathematics, but it is actually appearing very easy sum. And from long ago means the schools actually trying to make understand the student transfer operation, and it's easy appearing, and already student doesn't like study mathematics. It is brain work. Then means we have to ever be conscious, right now. And in theory we can get in sleep in the school, can listen also. So theory likes me. I am good in science, I am good in English, but not my maths is very weak. Why? Because mind is to be projected. So your mathematics is weak. You have to be sit in class being very conscious. Sir, I can't be conscious. But sir, my maths English is very good. What you do in English, you have to listen only. Is that clear? What you have to do in that? And the second thing, teacher teaches here, he even does not read your complete answer. Right now, the physical appearance. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. The good writings there be awarded. Right or not? Negative thing this is. Right now. So what is that? 4 cancels. Right? So here will be k. And here the minus of the denominator is the minus of whole fraction. So this is to be taken as right now. So this one step is going waste. But with the local operation transfer. So in transfer directly this steps come here. So it is actually told as student in class right now. What is that? 4 4 4s are 4 4s are 16. 4 0 0. What is coming? This is true thing it is. Actually minus 40 degrees Celsius is actually minus 40 Fahrenheit. This is a GK question. At what temperature the degree Celsius and Fahrenheit are equal? That is at minus 40 degrees. Right now? And the highest density of water is at 4 degrees Celsius. Why not 0? This is anomalous behavior of water. Things happen generally this, but this is not happening. This is called anomalous. Anomalous. Right now? So found here k is equal to minus 40. Is that clear?
Yes.
And the next is linear equation and equation of line parallel to x-axis and y-axis. Equation parallel to x-axis, y-axis, different types of linear equation also may see here. So how can we solve the equation in x-axis and y-axis? Obviously, the y will all 0, the x will all 0. Okay, I will tell you. Please have note of this.
So when we will start our bio subject chapter.
When first second of chemistry will finish.
Bio will in third September. Maybe fourth, 13. I'm scared. I didn't follow it.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see the next. Your assignment of the day in that 7, page number 7, study material. Do you have the study material?
No.
No, please collect it from the office to come. What is that? Page number 7 in study material. The questions are few in your textbook. I'm giving the question from the study material. Okay. Page number 7, NCERT exemplar questions. You must see that. Okay. The first questions is of right, true, and false. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, up to the 5 questions you will have to solve. And we also can solve the true and false type question. Easily you can solve here. First 10 question you will solve from this section. First 10. Some of the questions are of true and false, and some of like giving a one word answer. Okay. So you will solve the 10 question from the page number 7 NCERT exemplar questions. Have you noted? Is that clear? Thank you, Archana.